Please rise for silent invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let's play ball. Will the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Foley,
Here.
Councilman Grubbs,
Here.
Councilman Bastian,
Here.
Vice Mayor Stiltner,
here.
Mayor Burnett.
Here. All are present. We have a full quorum. With that, the public hearing is now convened to discuss the final millage rate and budget. The fiscal year 2025 budget commences on October 1st of this year, 2024, and continues through September 30th of 2025. The City of Port Orange is the taxing authority, and the current year taxable value for operating purposes is $5,519,205,501. We will begin the council discussion of the final millage necessary to fund the fiscal year 2025 final budget for the City of Port Orange. The tentative millage rate and proposed final millage rate is 4.975 for $1,000 of valuation, which represents a 7.84% increase in ad valorem revenue above the rollback rate of 4.6134. In addition to the foregoing millage levy, there is also a voter-approved millage levy of 0.172 mills necessary to fund the debt service payment of the 2006 general obligation bonds for public safety and capital facilities, which was refunded in 2016. Mr. City Manager, would you care to comment on the increase in millage over the rollback rate and the specific purposes for such?
Yes, sir. To repeat that, the proposed millage rate of 4.9750 is an increase of 7.84% over the rollback millage rate of 4.6134. It is related to the following operational and capital needs within the general fund. This time I'll start with the capital. Last time I did the other. We have capital projects, and these are rounded numbers, but approximately $2 million in parks projects, including items such as the City Center field rehab, Causeway Park, and All Children's Park. About $1 million for the police generator, about $500,000 for the Main Street Bridge, a little over $300,000 for a phone system replacement, a couple $100,000 to participate in the elevation and demolition of houses that were in flooded areas. In addition to that, operational costs include the contracts for personnel wage increases, including the ones that we just adopted last night with the union contracts. In addition to that, there's a handful of new positions, including the 2 community service officers in the police department that assist in directing traffic at our elementary schools to help for safety in the community. We have the insurance increases in both health and workers' comp as well as property casualty. We have vendor contracts that have increased clauses in them, and also this council has adopted about $300,000 more dollars in general fund to support sidewalks and streets. So for the first time, we're putting a lot of proactive money into making sure that our infrastructure is maintained and taken care of going forward to prevent future problems.
Council discussion on the reasons for the increase and opinions. Why don't we start with Reed? Any comments?
No, nothing really. I think we hashed everything out at the first reading.
Tracy?
I agree with Reed. We've went over and over with this. The management has come back multiple times, being under 3% on the fiscal year from one year to the next, which is pretty incredible. But we do have inflationary costs that come in, and as council, we decided that we're trying to be proactive, as city manager has said, to maintain what we have instead of having it crumble underneath our feet and us scrambling to spend millions more up front. So that maintaining is something that I want to make sure that we carry forward, so we don't have to be behind the 8 ball again.
Quality does come in a price.
Yes.
Scott?
I'll get that.
Drew, anything?
I agree with Tracy. Just we hashed it out, and talk in length about it at the first budget hearing, and staff did a great job, and the manager did a great job of keeping it the increase at a minimum, and we just got to move forward and keep being the city of Port Orange and delivering a high-quality product that the people expect.
I've done some peer analysis on top. I shared that last time. I've since updated it because a lot of municipalities have updated their information. And keeping in mind that 7.84% increase in millage only represents an increase in the size of the budget of 4.2%. A lot of that has to do with the fact that we have more homesteaded properties, both by percentage and by number, than any other city in Volusia County. So you basically have to go almost twice an increase in millage, since a lot of people aren't paying that because of the homestead cap, just to get that 4.24% increase in budget. The mean the mean budget increase between the 16 cities, the county, the sheriff's department, and school board, the average is 9.47% between all our peers. There's only 3 agencies with a smaller increase than us. So when it comes to the inflationary pressures and us keeping in mind what we have to do to provide a quality product and just maintaining what we do, we are near the bottom in budget increase in size of the budget, and that is a lot of hard work. This council was resolute in making sure that we did everything we could to increase efficiencies. Increasing efficiencies comes 2 ways. One, doing it better. Just because we improve the quality of service doesn't always mean that we improve the price of it. So certainly doing it better than we did before, and certainly the improvements we've seen in public works over the last couple of years, public utilities and the like, dramatically. It goes throughout all the departments, but just doing it better with basically the same resources. I'm very pleased with that. And then of course the other efficiencies are indeed price efficiencies, which help keep us well below the mean increase between all our peers. Our millage itself is still near the bottom quartile of all the cities and the counties. So there are some agencies, more than half the agencies were in double-digit increases in both millage and the size of their budget. So with that, and looking at what we did compared to our peers, I hate doing anything that has to do with the words increase, but when I compare us to what other things are going on, and we all know what's going on in our country with inflationary pressures, I couldn't be more pleased with the hard work that Wayne, you and your staff have done in response to what we've asked you to do. With that, item 5.
Wait, don't you gotta take public discussion before that? Looking at the script.
No,
Oh,
no, we do that on the 2 actual items. Just make sure you ask council, announce the following, ask council. There are no changes, so we go on to item 5, and we'll certainly hear from the public on both the budget and the millage rate. With that, Mr. City Attorney, could you read the resolution into the record for me, please?
Resolution number 2438, resolution of the City Council of the City of Port Orange, Volusia County, Florida, adopting the final ad valorem property tax millage rates to be levied for fiscal year 2025, October 1, 24 to September 30, 25, providing for scrivener's errors and providing an effective date.
Move to approve resolution number 24-38 for final city millage.
a second.
We have a motion to approve the resolution number 2438, which adopts the City of Port Orange fiscal year 2025 final millage rate of 4.975 mils per $1,000 of valuation. With that, council, we've discussed it. Let's go to the public. Would anyone here care to comment? There being none, that comes back to us.
There being none?
I tried.
You tried, huh?
You're not a nobody.
I'm not a nobody. I'm Sean Gephardt at 5501 St. Regis Way, Port Orange. So you had made a comment about the departments being efficient and working hard. And living in this city, you see it every day, and it's something to be excited about. And I feel like Port Orange is the ideal city to be in. I've been fortunate enough to be elected to be where you're at next year. I just want to make sure that, you know, being efficient and doing a hard work is going to be, are we going to have the financial tools to give your city manager and their department heads the finances and the financials to be available to take care of those employees? You know, the theme throughout our department seemed to be, oh, you know, hey, you know, the culture's great. We love working for the city, but the problem is staying at a level where the incentives to work here and to recruit people who are retiring. It's not just keeping people that are here working throughout their career, but we're going to be losing people in public works, and we're going to be losing people in utilities, and firefighters are going to retire, rightfully so. Are we going to have the incentives in place to recruit people with the experience to fill those spots? And I want to make sure that we have that in our budget, you know, going forward in the future, that we're looking at the people who are being efficient and the people who are working hard, you know, to keep it in line. I mean, are we taking care of them? And I just want to, I'm not asking you a question. I just want you to think about that when we go. I guess we're reducing our millage for next year, and we're going to still raise a little more money based on assessed values and so forth. You know, what I understand is we're at 4.99 now, and you're going to go to 4.97 on the exact number, but is that enough to reward the people that are dedicating their life to the city? I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you. Certainly hope so. We approved 3 labor contracts last night, right?
Yeah.
So, and like I said, just to recap, we will be increasing the millage over rollback by 7.84%, which represents a 4.24% increase in the size of the budget. Council, any further comments?
Yeah, the city attorney wants me to read the full motion again. So
That's why I repeated it.
Yeah. So, the motion will be moved to approve resolution number 24-38, adopting the City of Port Orange fiscal year 2025 final millage rate of 4.975 mils per 1,000 valuation.
And that was your motion.
That's my motion.
And I seconded that. I
And
will
that was your
re-second
second.
that.
And
other
that was
second.
why I read it in, just in case, to get it by
Gotcha.
Matt. But no, he's got to be so efficient down there. Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. Any other comments, council? There being none, on Resolution 2438, call the roll.
Councilman Foley,
Yes.
Councilman Grubbs,
Yes.
Councilman Bastian,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stiltner.
No.
Mayor Burnett.
Yes, 4-1. In addition to the foregoing final millage levy, there is a voter-approved millage levy of 0.172 mils necessary to fund the debt service payments for the 2006 general obligation bonds for public safety capital facilities, which were refunded in 2016.
Mayor, can you announce the adopted rate? I know we just said it, but can you just go ahead and announce that as well?
The final adopted millage rate of 4.975 mils per $1,000 of valuation is a 7.84% increase in ad valorem tax revenues above the rollback rate. Matt, you happy?
Thank you.
Okay, just
Good
check
to
out.
go. Good to go.
That brings us to item 6, Resolution 2439. Can you read that into the record, please?
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Port Orange, Volusia County, Florida, adopting the final operating budget for fiscal year 2025, October 1, 24 to September 30, 25, for the City of Port Orange, providing for approval of the final budget for fiscal year 24-25, providing for appropriation and procedures, providing for scrivener's errors, and providing an effective date.
Motion to approve resolution number 24-39, adopting the City of Port Orange fiscal year 2025 final budget.
I will second that.
We have a motion proper second. The Resolution 2439 is open on the floor for discussion. Council, any other additional comments beyond what we've been talking about these past few months?
All
There
good.
being none, would anyone here care to speak to the item? I checked Sean's direction this time. There being none, back to us. Final comments, council? There being none, on the resolution, call the roll.
Councilman Foley,
Yes.
Councilman Grubbs,
Yes.
Councilman Bastian,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stiltner,
Yes.
Mayor Burnett.
Yes, 5-0. This budget includes all operating and capital costs for fiscal year 2025. The budget includes the general, special revenue, debt service, capital, enterprise and internal service funds. The adopted citywide fiscal year 2025 budget for all funds is $205,719,000 and $719,722. I didn't see any pennies after that, so I think I'm covered. Wayne, I just wanted to thank you and your staff for your hard work on this. Whenever we do budget work and we get to this might be the end of approval, but making it work on an operating basis is a day-to-day thing for everybody. And nobody gets it right all the time. When you're very good at your job, you get it right a lot of the time. My thing is when we don't get it right, we jump on things and we fix it and make it right. And that's what good customer service is all about. And we are a customer service organization on behalf of our citizens. And the businesses operate here first and foremost. You have a budget, now you have a charge to go implement it. And if there's anything else you need from council, say so now, or forever hold your peace, at least for the evening. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate y'all.